All right, guys, we're going to kick this off. We're going to record this call. We want to welcome you guys to the call. This is the Central Region Top 100 Diamond to 4-Star Coaches. You need to know that's why you were invited to this call. Now, we did go down in the elite report to the point where I believe you all have more than 17 elite points. Now, you might have 17 and think that you're not on track. I would tell you that with the way the elite points work, you actually could be. So you guys are being productive, you're getting points, and the business is working. So I want you to know that you're doing something right, and we wanted to, number one, recognize you on this call and let you know that, hey, keep doing what you're doing. Sydney and I wanted to be aware of who you guys are. I want you to know that we work with, we essentially pick coaches up and work with them based on their ranks. I work with 9 stars and above. Sydney is currently working with diamonds to 8 stars. So she's a little busy. But you need to understand that you guys are this up-and-coming group of coaches that we want to know who you are, right? And as your elite points continue and as you continue to rank and advance your business, we are paying attention. We are tracking. We look forward to the elite report every single month. If you don't know, it comes out the second Friday of every month. So we don't get it today. We get it next Friday. And we can't wait to get it because every month we get a new look at how people are doing, how the business is looking. If you don't know, some people are like, well, I'm not even going for elite. Well, you need to understand that the elite program is built with you get points essentially for figuring out the fundamentals of the business, okay? So whether you're going for elite or not, we are tracking you based upon how well you're doing at recruiting coaches and customers. We pay attention to you signing coaches and whether or not you can get your coaches into productivity, meaning you sign a coach and help them get into Success Club activity. And then the third thing we track is this concept of you getting personally sponsored coaches hitting Success Club. And so that's how you get elite points. If you didn't know and you're on this call like I didn't know, that's what it is. And so that's why you're invited, is because your elite points are high enough that you're trending toward the point that at the end of the year you need to have 105 points, and that's where we're headed. So if we can get you there, we want to help you get there. 105 elite points actually opens you up for one of two things. If you can be a 5-star paid before the end of the year, there's an opportunity for you to become an elite coach. But if by the end of the year you can become a 2-star, well, then we can help you become a premier coach. So there are 2 programs available to you. You've got elite and you've got premier that you're building towards, and we track, and that's why we've got you guys on this call. We've got Jamie Innes on the call today. If you don't know, Jamie Innes is a 7-star diamond coach, and right now Jamie is ranked number 12 in the entire network. And so I want to turn it over to Jamie to introduce herself and kind of kick this call off, and then we're probably going to have a special guest join us here in just a minute. But Jamie, go ahead and introduce yourself. Where are you?
Hi, everyone. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm actually doing this call from the car. I surprised my coach, Amy Rada, for her birthday. She's killing her biz, so it's just really cool that this is all happening at the same time, kind of like a full circle moment to be able to do this and everything. So obviously, I'm Jamie Innes. I'm in Rockford, Michigan. I am a mom to a 16-month-old Maverick and husband Steve. He's on this call, Steve, and we run our business together. So we are 7-star in our first. I just finished quals in my second for 6-star yesterday. Steve is 1-star, and then my third business center is 1-star. So we have built pretty deep, and we have some amazing coaches to do life with. And I think that is just the best part about really setting yourself up for elite, because it feels great to hit elite yourself, but when you have coaches hitting elite, it is the best feeling I can't even explain it, because it's just so exciting, especially when one of those is my sister Sammy, who's also on this call. But it's just really cool to do life with your favorite people, because the freedom that coaching has allowed us and my coaches is just priceless. Absolutely priceless.
Awesome. So you've kind of got this unique opportunity. I mean, you came in, you hit elite. You're a 3-time elite coach, right? Or 2-time?
2-time.
2-time elite.
Yeah.
But what's really cool about Jamie Ennis' story is she hits elite the first year and proves to herself she can do it. The second year, she hits elite again, but now she's leading her team, and now she's got 2 personally sponsored coaches that both achieve elite as well. And so it's this really cool example of do the work, lead by example, and it's working and bringing these coaches through this pipeline. So talk, Jamie, a little bit about how you got started building your business, what got you, and when did you make the decision that you were going to set the goal to go for elite?
So I was excited from the start. I was pretty much already doing this with 5 other jobs. I was a NASM personal trainer, teaching turbo kick, gym manager at Snap Fitness, and then I was a wellness specialist for 2 corporate companies. So I was basically being a health coach, but just in 5 different jobs. So for me, adding on coaching was just this fun little hobby, just another thing that Jamie did. And I pushed, the first time I pushed was to hit diamond. I did it 6 months into my business. The first 2 months, I just kind of played around with things. So Emerald took me 2.5 months, yikes. And then it was just straight to diamond, because at the time, 2-star diamond coaches could bring their coach to leadership if they were a diamond coach. And my coach is Chelsea Pearson, and she's like, let's get you to diamond so you can be my guest. So I did it, of course, like set me up for competition, and I'm all in. And then once I was there, it was just, that was my first Beachbody trip, was leadership. Like, what? Like, talk about freaking vision from the start. But I was there, and I was like, okay, next year I'm going to be 2-star. I'm going to earn my spot here. I'm going to bring Steve here. And I did it. And the rest is history, because it was just like, I just felt addicted to this feeling of bringing people with me on this journey. And I just wanted to keep going and helping more people. So once I started doing that, it was like all of my outlets that I was working for, my quote unquote corporate dream jobs or whatever, was not allowing me to help the people that I wanted to, and not in the amounts that I could with coaching. So for me, I saw the vision pretty soon right away. And I didn't even know specifics as to what I was doing. I just wanted more of it. And I just wanted to keep learning and keep growing with this business.
Well, so technically you had a job where you were helping people. I mean, you were a fitness instructor, wellness coach for a couple of companies. I mean, share that a little bit more in depth. Like, what do you mean that you could help more people in coaching than maybe what you were doing over there? Like, what's the difference between what you're doing now versus that?
So, for instance, the 2 corporate companies that I work for, one was Aquinas College. I was working for their staff and their professors, and then the other was Goodwill Industries, which is a huge, huge company. So, for Goodwill, I was meeting with them one-on-one. They were great with stress and sleep, but yet their company, who I worked for, wanted more mental health challenges and feel-good stuff. So not the stuff they actually needed, whereas they were very uneducated, a lot of single parents, finances were very, very small, but really they needed help with even moving and just eating, but I wasn't able to help them. And then complete opposite for Aquinas, I was meeting with them. They would sleep for about 2 hours a night. Their stress was through the roof. So I knew they needed mental health, but yet they only wanted me to make up fruit and veggie challenges and water challenges and minutes challenges. So it was frustrating for me because I wasn't able to help the people that I wanted, because I was an employee. I was hired through corporate, and I had to do what they wanted. I was their employee. So with coaching now, obviously we know that our challenge groups can be structured however we want. We can actually help our people and really get to the root of what they need the most help with. And once I started seeing that, it was just like, okay, that's the answer to help more people. That's the answer for me to actually make an impact the way that I want to, as opposed to only a small little percentage of people that actually got to change their lifestyle because of me.
Yeah, and I think that's a great takeaway. There's a nuance there that I think is important that these coaches need to understand is our top coaches have a genuine interest in helping people, and it can't be faked. And I think that that's something that you've been able to take and really implement in your coaching business, and it's you can just see it in the people that you're working with. So tell it. So I mean, I'll put you on the spot here. What's the coolest success story of someone you've helped transform their life with a Beachbody program?
Well, one of them is on this call, Katie Roser. She has lost 45 pounds, and she is like the littlest thing. Like, she is not someone that you would ever think would have 45 pounds on her. But she is now one of my top coaches, freaking killing it, changing so many lives because of her before photo that she has worked so hard to get to where she is now today. And that's just one of my coaches. Like, I think most of my top coaches, they all have a transformation story, not just physical, but emotional. And we all have parts where, you know, we were obsessed with food, whether it was binging, emotional eating, basically everything with 2B mindset. I'm addicted to sugar, like all these things. And so that is why they're successful, because they're the best products of the products. They are telling people, hey, I'm going to coach you because I coached myself from the tools that I have to offer you. And that makes them more passionate about it because they know this works. They know that what we have to offer is something that is so real. And now she's reaping the benefits of the financial side and left her corporate job and doing coaching full time. It's really freaking amazing. I'm sweating because I'm excited.
So I got lots of questions for you, but 2B mindset, what happened, 2 days ago? What did you do? How are you leveraging it? What's happening in your business?
Oh my word. Okay, so I will just be honest and real with you guys and say that I've had a lot of coaches going through some big qualification periods lately. Our team is on fire on the business end. And honestly, before Monday, 2B mindset was kind of on the back burner for me. And I had to do a little gut check for myself and say to myself, Jamie, what kind of a leader are you being if you are not taking advantage of this launch, which every launch that I've had since being a coach, starting with hammer and chisel, because I actually prepared for those launches, have blown up my businesses. I just had to realize, like, you need to spend all of Monday doing your research, learning what this program has to offer, learning what it's going to do. And the people that I've gotten to help already, their stories have almost crippled me in a way with what they're saying and what they've been struggling with. And this is the kind of program they've been waiting for. They aren't ready yet to start a fitness program, or some of them did, and they're just like, I'll get to the workouts eventually because the deal is way too good for the all-in package. But they need to get right on the inside first. And so just diving into that. And then I made a big post about it in my team page, like calling myself out, saying, okay, if I'm not leveraging this launch, I guarantee most of my team will not. And then it's a ripple effect. So when you don't take advantage of launches, it's one of the dumbest things you could do, I promise. Think about it. If you are, and this obviously starts with you. I already purchased 2B Mindset. You yourself need to purchase it because you need to know the program inside and out. How else are you going to help your clients if you guys don't learn it too? I love coaching because I always loved school because I always was learning something new. Coaching, we are always learning something new. So take this time to go back to school and learn it so that you don't have questions. Don't go to your coach and say, well, I don't really know how to promote this. It's like, you need to do it yourself. And now my whole team, everybody is leveraging it. And if you think about it, that's a huge volume boost for everybody. If everybody's doing it together, you have to realize too with launches, same thing with trainers. You guys got to think about your favorite trainers. So I'm a Shalene person. I'm Sean. Now it's changed into more people. If I only posted about the workouts that Sean does, I guarantee my whole team is going to be Sean T. Lifers. But guess what? They might not try other programs. Maybe they really fit with Tony Horton. Maybe his style is much more for them. You need to vary the programs and things that you're doing and offering because you have so many people that you can help, but maybe they aren't motivated by what you're motivated by. So as a leader, you have to look at all the different avenues in which you can share your journey and always be trying different things. Same thing with 2B Mindset. Whatever thing you thought about it, or if you put it on the back burner, just know that if you're putting it on the back burner for a month, you're missing out on a month of really, really exciting launch time where you can get everybody excited to do your first group and be your first clients with this group and your products of the products. I think that was just a big aha moment, like, oh my gosh, Jamie, what are you doing? Get your ish together. And I spent all of Monday educating myself, and now I am so excited for this program to launch.
Cool. So you weren't in the test group. You don't know much about it, but you just had to just dive right in and learn it.
Yep.
And so with your organization, your team's doing it, everyone's buying it, and they're all trying
Yep.
to figure it out. So what is your plan as far as starting a group? You have one planned? Are you inviting to it? What are you doing with the 2B mindset?
So what I did is I invited all through my Instagram story, and I just kind of shared what this program, after doing the research, what it entails. I asked them certain questions about emotional eating, and have you ever felt addicted to sugar? Have you ever regretted eating that cupcake but wish you hadn't felt that way? Trying to make it more personal. So what I did is I created a group. I called it Nutritionally Focused Info Only Group. And so basically I just shared a lot of Alana's videos in there. Definitely watching the National Wake Up Call helps on this for sure if you haven't listened to that yet. But I just shared some of her videos. I asked them where they felt like they struggled with most, just because I know that all those people I can go back and say, okay, I see that you struggled with that. And then I did a live enrollment, which I told them what it was going to be. It was 9 o'clock on Tuesday. Gave them an hour to create some urgency. And then I said I was only taking on 10 people. So I got 10 people signed up. The first person that signed up as a coach, I got a little package of 3 beach bars for her just to get the group excited. The first client that signed up, same thing, sent them 3 beach bars, like just getting the group like it's a big party. And then obviously once they finished their invoice, then I added them to my actual group, which starts on May 14th. I think another thing that I make sure to tell my team is, you see so many coaches preparing for it and they're starting Monday, May 7th. Don't feel like you have to start May 7th right away. For me, I wanted time to have a week of prep week. So the program launched so soon. I like to have a week of prep, and especially going through a lot of her actual documents in the kit, I definitely am glad that I have a start date of May 14th. But also my people were ready to commit for that. And I just took on those people, and I'm really going to dive in and get to know these people one-on-one to help them make those changes that held them back for a long time.
Awesome. So this group of coaches that's on this call are our top 100 diamond to 4-star coaches in the, with elite points. So, and quite honestly, we went down to the point of they're on track to be able to get them there. We are going to talk about elite. I just have one more question. So if they're on this call and they haven't done anything with 2B Mindset, what would you tell them to do today?
Well, after this call, I would definitely tell you to do some research. And Alana's YouTube is incredible. If you haven't listened to the National Wake Up Call, Doug did not tell me to tell you guys that. I'm saying that from my own experience. You make sure to listen to that and figure out how you want to do it. Don't just throw stuff up because you saw another coach post on their story about it, or don't use just stock photos. Talk about it. Get people excited. Share why you're excited for the program, because people are going to relate to that. Kind of talk about, how this is our first program ever to be launched that's sponsored by a registered dietitian. Guys, I was dietetics my first 2 years of coaching. Dietitians, if anybody's on the call as dietitian, I love you. They're very opinionated. And so to have her on board, that's now a part of our nutrition team, is freaking huge, and use that. Like, leverage her because she's amazing. And especially the way that she talks about Shakeology is huge. But I would definitely just take the time today to, even if you have to drink copious amounts of Energize, like, it works. But take the time to sit down and have uninterrupted work, focus on what you need to do, and see how you want to leverage this group, because you don't want to be stressed about it, because when you're inviting people to join this group, they know when you're stressed. They can tell when you're stressed. So get in the right mindset to be excited to share this opportunity with everybody.
Awesome. So let me really quick, we're going to dive into elite, and we're going to get into discussing elite with Jamie here in just a minute. I've got a special guest who just jumped onto the call, and I want to give him a minute to just kind of talk to you guys. Is that okay? Everything good? All right. We're going to turn some time over to Carl.
I'll just talk. Hey, thanks for everything you're doing, Jamie. It's amazing, and I think it's great that you're sharing this information with everybody. And I think the beautiful thing about it is how vulnerable you were just about talking about 2B Mindset, and particularly the dynamics of a launch. The company's launch does not have to be your launch for it to be exciting. Like you guys all are getting the sort of broadcast from the company as this launch thing, but really the launch is until June 3rd in terms of getting people to qualify to be in the coach test group with Alana. So from your perspective, this launch can start Monday. Like, you can hype this thing up, for a test group that starts, for your test group or your group that starts May 14th, or however you want to go about it. But, just because there was sort of build up to Wednesday, I'd recommend take a deep breath, take the weekend, and start to promote like this thing is just coming out. Because I think sometimes we look at ourselves and we look at the enthusiasm we have around a launch that is this big. This is literally the biggest launch in the history of the network. And you can assume that everybody knows about it, but really nobody knows about it. We sold 38,000 kits the first day, and but that's just 38,000. Like, it's not 38 million. So you can like jump into this, because here's what's so exciting about it. And I was in another call with Doug here a little bit ago, and what's so exciting about this launch, to take advantage and make sure that your team, just like Jamie said, and we experienced this even on our coach advisory board. There were people like, "What's this thing? Like, what? You don't know about this thing?" So like at the very top levels of awareness and connection to the company, there are people who aren't engaged in this thing that is nutrition only. But imagine you've got people out there who love their gym or are intimidated to work out, but they just want to start something, and they want to stop hating food or hating themselves for having a cookie. And that's what's so valuable about this program, because it can really just calm people down. This mindset will calm them down, which gives you, the point is to make this a productive business for you, to be able to have these multiple gateways for people to come in, whether it's to just drink the shake, whether it's to do a whole program like 80-Day Obsession or Core to Force or whatever, or to come through the 2B Mindset, Just Fix Your Nutrition door, is just an amazing tool in the invitation toolkit. So I think that's great that you jumped on it. What we're seeing, and at least what I'm seeing, is that coaches are blown away at how fast they're getting engagement once they start to post about this concept. And so at the same time that you can get up to speed on it, I would say post something about it. Because like literally I got a message this morning, again, one of these coaches who hadn't been paying attention, and she's like, "Hey, I just learned about this thing, 2B Mindset, which is a new approach to eating, which can help you with emotional eating, sugar addiction, and habitual snacking. Would anybody be interested in getting some information on it?" She got 80 requests by the time she woke up, and she emailed me, what am I supposed to do with these? And I said, it's perfect, because demand creates demand. I said, just do it like the way you've done everything else, and that is one at a time. But the good news is, when you've got all these requests for information or for a share a cart, you get to go, look, are you interested or not? Because I got 80 people who want to do this, so I either need to know if you want to be a part of this, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee, but if you're not serious about it, I need to move on. And that creates some scarcity, it creates some fear of missing out, it creates urgency, which is very, very powerful. So take advantage of this, and also use this lesson, now I'm done, as we look forward to Mes de Mas and Lift 4. So we go into a new hype cycle, or a new launch cycle, in just a few weeks here, as we look ahead to the June 11th launch of those two programs. So anybody in the Hispanic market, or anybody who has been looking for something that can give them the flexibility of working out 4 days a week, which is really new for Beachbody, make sure you're up to speed on that, and don't let another one pass you by. So these are exciting times here. These next, really, this 90-day window is really a big deal. I'll give it back to you, Jamie. Thanks for everything you do.
I have a question for you. I just want to share with them the note you took from Emily Favre a few minutes ago about how she posed the question about fitness and nutrition, because I think this audience could learn how she approached that. Yeah.
So she said that she did an Instagram story invite and a Facebook invite where she said, "Hey guys, I'm I'm looking to help people. How did she start it? Okay. I'm looking for girls. I think she said girls. I'm looking for girls who are looking to change their lives the way I did. You don't have to work out. You don't have to follow the same exercise program as me. But if you're looking to change your life like I did, send me a message. And what's fascinating about that is, okay, there's 3 dynamics here. You don't have to work out. You don't have to follow the same exercise program as me. And she had said something in there, but you can still lose. But I'm just, okay. But if you're looking to change your life like I did, send me a message. The important dynamic there is she didn't pitch a product. She just offered a bunch of options that created curiosity. So then people, so you think of 2 funnels here. Some people want the exercise and really don't want to change the way they eat because they've got that dialed in. So they self-select over to this one column. And other people are like, oh my God, I've got my own exercise thing, or I don't want to exercise. So they self-select there, which helped her have a conversation then to be able to direct, to be able to help them find what's right for them. Not just sell what's right for them, but help them find what's right for them so that she could share a cart, which she's had amazing success with, and share them the right thing. Imagine though, like how many people have disqualified themselves from your invitations because all they heard was exercise and didn't want to. So now you've got these two doors of entry that I just thought that was brilliant. That now people are like, oh, it's almost like you can do the poll on Instagram. Which would you be more interested in? An exercise program, nutrition program, and let people self-select, and then boom, you're off to the messaging races over the weekend. So your business can blow up with just a couple of little nuanced changes here that are going to give you the way to start the conversation. And if you're as good as Jamie is about having the conversation and showing your belief in what we do and showing your enthusiasm in what we do, your business can really benefit by that. Still at a part-time level, but in a way that's going to enhance people's lives, and that's what's most important to me. So that's pretty powerful stuff.
Awesome. Thank you, Carl.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right. We're going to jump back to Jamie. Where did she go? I thought I saw her. Jamie, where are you at? Oh, there you are. Okay. So let's jump in, guys. So obviously it's awesome to have Carl stop by, CEO of Beachbody. If you didn't know who that was, he is, he was here, he's in Utah, and so we thought, let's have him jump on a call. But I do want to jump back into Jamie. Jamie, I think you've kind of set this up. There's this genuine interest in helping people, your excitement, you're contagious with your enthusiasm, with how you're building this business. But let's talk about Elite. And let's talk about, we're going to get to Ashley's question in just a minute about setting the goal for Elite. But I want really quickly, let's get started with why should coaches have the goal to be elite? Like why is Elite a goal that people should be shooting for?
So Elite is like, my coach Chelsea always calls it a crystal ball. So it's something that you're pushing for, but it also gives you a big goal to shoot for and your coaches to watch you doing that. And then they want that too. So for me, I wanted Elite, not just because of the title, but because I wanted my team to be recognized as an elite team. Like I knew that my girls were elite coaches. I wanted them to be known as that. And that's what really made me push for being elite. Obviously, all the extra recognition is incredible. And that's an extra bonus. But for me, it's like, it's a tangible thing that I can shoot for. And the best part about elite is you can't do it alone. Like power to you if you have like 5 different different accounts or something, I don't know, but you have leaders with you. And most of the time when you hit elite, you have more than just your 5-star. You might have a couple more legs or more coaches on one leg, or you might be past that 5-star mark. But for me, it was just like my team deserves to be known as an elite team because they work so freaking hard.
So how do you, to kind of go to Ashley's question now, so how do you present that to your team to get them to buy in that we should be? So let's face it, you become an elite coach, it is an elite team, but how do you create that culture, the common goal, I guess, of the team shooting for this to become an elite team? Like, how do you explain that to them to get them to buy into this?
So you have to pour into your team, especially your leaders. That is who Steve and I spend the most time with, is our leaders, our coaches who are Diamond Pass, because we know that that's who we're going to be traveling with. That's who we're building businesses with. We create this vision with them that they just want to come along for the ride. We are incredibly close with our leaders. None of them are foreign to us. They are all our best friends. We see them multiple times a year, and that's honestly, leadership is another event where we just get to hang out and be together and celebrate each other. For us, it was, my first couple years of coaching before I was elite, I was kind of scared that it was like a selfish title, and I don't want to shoot for that because my coaches are going to think it's weird. And then when I ended the year at 1 star with 6 diamonds on one side, I'm like, nope, we're going to be elite this year. And that was just it. I wanted that recognition, but my team, I just was honest with them and I said, this is what I want, but I can't do it alone. I need your guys' help. Who wants to push with me? Right now, we're doing a big push in my first business center for 10 star. And I said to the 3 girls who are working their way, like, let's do a push. How can I help you? And it's spending time with them. It's knowing that you're their mentor, and anything that you give advice to them, or at least this is how we feel, is like we're trying to benefit them. When our coaches benefit, we benefit. We're above them. They're below us. So we would never tell a coach something that would hurt their business in any way. It would only benefit their business. So you just need to find people who are like, you're my girl. Let's do this together. Let's build a business together. Like, let's do this. But you have to spend the time with those people. It's never like a bless and release type thing. When I tell my coaches, you're joining our coaching family, I truly mean that, because we are all working together. It is a team effort, and elite is not something that you can do by yourself. But if you're in the right mindset and you have girls and guys that are pushing with you and that want it with you, it's easy for them just to be like, yup, doing as much as I can right now to get you there, because we want you to be recognized as an elite coach. It's just something that works like that, but you need to spend more one-on-one time. That's obviously more time consuming, but for me, that's my favorite part of coaching, is mentoring and being able to help them out and, seeing where they struggle, taking the time to actually do something about it, not just saying like, hey, when are you going to get your diamond back? No, you can't just say that. You need to give them love. Your coaches signed up with you for a reason, but the closer you get with your coaches, the more they're just going to want to do life with you and do the same, follow you the same way that you're going. And that's only going up.
Yeah, no, I love that. So let me ask you this question. What's the value of a personally sponsored diamond?
A personally sponsored diamond, for us, it's like our coaches are finally looking at themselves as a leader. It doesn't always necessarily mean a rank advancement, that's not what we're going for. But for us, we have our TFTF Diamond page where we have a lot of more in-depth trainings. That's where I get my guest speakers to be in. So there's a lot more opportunities for growth and masterminding and just spending time together. Like my coaches that are pushing for diamond, they're diamond because they want to be a part of the leaders. They want to be a part of our main masterminds that essentially are what the rest of our team strives to be. Like, it's just kind of this thing that we're just all super close, and my coaches want to be there.
Okay, so you've got a question. Any tips for leaders diamond who fall off? Do you keep pushing them, or is this a bless and release?
So it just depends. I have blessed and released 4 or 5 diamonds. I can't remember. And one of them in particular was one that I waited on for a year and a half. And it was a year and a half of wasted time, because you have to remember that your coaches have just as much opportunity to build and grow a successful business as you do. My coach, Chelsea Pearson, is incredibly successful, has really never had upline support. I have had upline support, and yet we're both successful. We both chose that we wanted to work a business and we wanted to do this just like your coaches do. And honestly, if they've already hit diamonds, they know what to do. They know exactly what to do. They're just not doing the work. And they're going to tell you that they're reaching out. They're going to tell you, well, my coaches, it's like, okay, you need to always be the front runner of your team. If you are relying on this emerald over here and this emerald over here to be part of your solid diamond, you're going to be wasting your time. You need to keep recruiting always. You need to lead from the front. I'm never going to be telling my coaches to sign up 10 coaches a month if I'm not doing that, because that's not inspiring at all. But also, I want to motivate my coaches to be doing more.
And do you do emerald to diamond push groups? I mean, how do you manage those that have a goal of diamond versus
I do push groups every once in a while. I don't have the biggest success, so maybe I do 2 a year or something like that. But for us, we put coaches in different groups, different pods, and I spend a lot of one-on-one time with them. Like right now, my girl's pushing for 10-star with me. I check in with them 3 to 4 times a day. And that might seem like a lot, but for me, it is worth it to get to know these girls even better and to help them every way that I can to get to diamonds, knowing that when you get to diamond, you need to solidify it. It's not just like diamond is the goal. You know, you keep going, you keep having a vision that you're working for. And that's what we do. But, you know, those coaches that are in the emerald range, I feel like once they get 4 active coaches, they're on that up. They're on that curve going upward, because that's, I feel like, the hardest part to get to. So once I see that someone has 4 coaches, I'm like, okay, time to spend some more time with her.
Yeah, awesome. So guys for all you guys on the call, if you have other questions, please type them in. We'd love to answer all of them. We do want to have this be, you know, your call. So if you have questions, we want to make sure we're answering them. But while we're waiting for another question, let me ask, what would your advice be for Instagram? I mean, let's dive into social media. What are you posting every day? What do you say? What does your pipeline look like? And how are you posting to create interest, to start the conversation, to do the invite, to get them in a challenge? Like, walk through your process of that.
So I am constantly showing up for me every single day. I most likely will have a dance party in between my workout every single day. That is something that I'm just crazy in the morning. Energize helps. And that's my me time. That's my go time. So it shows that I make working out fun. And some people seriously are like, you didn't dance today. Are you okay? And it's like, yeah, I'm fine. I show my workouts every single day. I usually share my breakfast or my recovery shake, how I make it. I share the time that I am fully into mom mode with my son. We share activities. Like, I am sharing all day long. When I was a coach pushing for 2-star, I went from diamond to 2-star. I think it was a year. I was in a push group as a pusher, and there was this video that Raina O'Dell had done, and it was about coaching and how she recruited coaches. And basically, this is something I still apply every single day. I post my life as the sneak peek. So I don't wait to, yes, I have coach sneak peeks every week, but I don't have, all these different coach happy hours scheduled and stuff like that, because my coaches that sign up, they get success. They hit success starters, usually right away, because they already know what I'm doing. They know how I've built my business, because I talk about it all the time. Every time I'm working, I share some way that I'm working to show people that, yeah, I'm full-time. That doesn't just mean I'm sitting on my butt all day long. I'm actually working. This is actually hard work. And then I share when I'm working with my coaches, and I share different Reiki advancements. Like, there's not one part of my life that I don't share. Even when it's bedtime and I go to bed at 8 o'clock, I share. It's been a long day, worked all day, time to unplug, see you in the morning. Like, I just am me. I am my person. So one of the best compliments I've ever received is I met a prospect in person for coffee, and she was like, wow, you are exactly like you are in social media. And I was just kind of like, is that a compliment? Or but I was really happy, because I'm like, good. Like, that's what I want to show people. I want to show people my personality.
Awesome. All right, Ashley's got another question. Do you expose every person who wants into your challenge group to the coaching opportunity when they are signing up for the first group? So what might that sound like? What's an example of what you say? So when do you present the coaching opportunity?
So I present the coaching opportunity usually 2 weeks into my challenge group, when it's time for me to check in about their Shakeology. So that's when I want to see, how are you loving it, is what I always ask, because I know they're loving it. So I don't ask, do you like it? Yes or no? Not a good answer. How are you loving your Shakeology? And that's when I'm like, oh, by the way, I have a coach sneak peek on Monday if you want to know more about the discount. Add them into that. They usually convert over. Yes, I do still have people that for some reason want to pay full price, and that's okay. But I have, half and half. I've had some people sign up as coaches right away that are like ready to work a business. I'm like, okay, well, you'll be in my mentorship, but then you're also going to be a client in my challenge group, because we need to get your results. And then I also have people who are clients first, fall in love with the products, the community, and then they become coaches after the fact.
So you really meet people where they are and provide them what they need along with how to build the business.
Yes. Yep. Because I mean, I think it goes hand in hand. I signed up right from the start as a coach, and I just wanted it all right away. And so the people that are signing up, they're like, I want to do this because they already know what I've been doing. They've been watching me for, some of them even 3-4 years. You know, they've been watching me for a long time. They know I'm not going anywhere. So they're like, okay, I'm ready to build a business. Let's do this and let me get in the best shape of my life.
So a question that just popped in is advice for newer coaches that want to build to avoid them from getting overwhelmed.
So my biggest thing with my coaches who feel overwhelmed, when you are working, so obviously most coaches are working another job or 2, 3, whatever. When you are working your business, what are you doing? Because if you feel like, if you're hitting Success Club the last day of the month, you feel like you're so stressed because coaching is so hard and you just can't handle it, you have to actually go back and evaluate what you're doing when you're actually working. If you worked your business for 1 hour a day and you did reach outs, follow-ups, and invites for the whole time, you would not be hitting Success Club the last day of the month. You would be hitting Success Club by the first week of the month. That's a non-negotiable. I mean, I've had many times where I myself get caught in scrolling and going to all my coaches' stories and laughing and, you know, going on YouTube, and you can watch training after training after training, and that takes up time, and trainings are so important. But to build a business, you have to hit Success Club. You have to recruit coaches. You have to, you know, lead from the front. For me, my biggest motivator is to hit Success Club by the 5th. I usually hit it by the 1st or the 2nd just because I have so many people signed up and ready to go. But that's like my own inner thing. So it's like, all right, team, I hit Success Club. Let's do it. You know, where in the beginning of my coaching career, I had many nights, 10 p.m. and the last day of the month. And guess what? I was stressed messaging all those people. So I would just say, if you're feeling overwhelmed and you're feeling overworked right now, you just have to focus on the things that are going to build your business, and you have to have uninterrupted time. I've realized as a mom, it is impossible to get your best work no matter how good your kid is. My son is an angel. I swear he really is an angel, but yet I still am too ADD to focus on a good response to someone who wants to join my team or is interested if he's, you know, hugging my leg or like laughing in the background. I have to have uninterrupted time, and that took me a while to figure out, but that's just something you have to make for this business that's going to give you the freedom later on in life.
Yeah, and I just got off a call, like Carl mentioned, with Emily Favre, and she talked about how she keeps the business so simple in the beginning. Like being overwhelmed, guys, there are so many things that Beachbody is putting out and promotions and content. And you look at the Diamond Insider, it's like 17 things sometimes. And you really do have to stay focused on the simple. Her strategy was when she signs a new coach, and let's say they came in with an 80-day obsession challenge pack, she teaches them right out of the gate, you need to go help 3 people and get them to come in the way you came in. Meaning, don't train them on everything. Don't give them all the options. You're not talking challenge packs. You're talking bring people in the way you came in. This is what you bought, so let's just go that direction and teach people why you did that. And it's like her business is exploding because her new coaches are just doing what she just did. And it's easy for her to say, man, I bought this program. This is what I'm doing. I'm in this group. You should do it with me. Now I'm not explaining challenge groups. I'm not explaining challenge packs. I'm not talking all these options. I'm staying very focused on, I know what I know because it's what I bought. And anyway, so I do think the business needs to stay simple. I think we overcomplicate it all the time, and we need to keep it as simple as we can. Coaching wasn't something added to my life. It brought me life. Enjoyed the journey. Jamie's consistently instilling higher level thinking and push to her downline. Mr. Hill, you want to come in and say hi? Jeff Hill's here. Jeff, hi. Man, we're getting everybody today.
I didn't know you were on
Party.
1 before star 9. It's true here, Jeff. Say hi. Jamie Ennis, speaker.
Jamie, I'm not staying. Sorry, I didn't know the name, but he was on a call. I thought he was talking to Ian. So, no, you already talked to.
Yeah, he came in on this call.
No, you're good. I don't want to. Anything I say, just to be honest, would surpass and trump anything he had to say.
True.
And then you would think less highly of him, you know, and I can't do that. So, all right. Anyway, no, sorry. I'll catch up with you.
We'll get you on next time, Jeff.
Okay.
We'll give you your own call.
Thank you.
All right, guys, other questions for Jamie? I mean, I love the call. I'm sorry we're a little scattered. Carl's in, Jamie's on, Jamie's off, Carl's in. Anyway, so to me, what I love about Jamie is how contagious she is. Like when she talks to people, you can just tell she's happy, she's vibrant, she enjoys what she's doing. She's got this great team. Her confidence is 100%. There's just, you can just tell that if she presented to you, you should do this 80-day obsession group, you want to be a part of it, you'd be like, I want to be a part of that. And I think so many times, some coaches have got to understand they have got to get that confidence to where that's how they present. So my question for you, Jamie, is how do you get your newer coaches to gain confidence in what they're doing as a coach?
Well, I tell my coaches that they need to fake it till they make it, and they need to act like the elite coach that they want to be. So before I was elite, I looked at everything as I need to act like an elite coach. Like even as little as posting. An elite coach would not post in the morning and then not post until 10 p.m. They would definitely post sometime in the day. They would do check-ins, like the way that I was editing my photos. Was that a way that an elite coach would post? Yes or no? Same thing with treating it like the $1 million business that it will be someday. My coach Chelsea told me that early on in the career, and if I wouldn't have believed her, it wouldn't be happening. Like, it's just insane. You just have to believe that this only gets better. But think about what you do today will pay you out a year from now. So all of those days of grinding and long hours, trust me, they are worth it. And it only gets to be better because then you can buy a plane ticket 5 days prior to a little trip to surprise your friends. Like, it is insane what you can do with this business, but you have to start acting like that now. And that's only going to put you out further and get you more successful sooner.
Dude, I love that. That is a great answer. Like, just act like an elite coach would act. Because I will tell you, elite coaches, their confidence is clear up here, and you've got to be able to get yourself to there. Favorite personal development from Jessica?
5-second rule is really good. And Miracle Morning changed everything. My husband got me on board with that one, and that seriously changed everything. There's actually a science behind the Miracle Morning. I know a lot of you guys do a Miracle Morning, but if you haven't read the book, you need to actually learn it because it's exciting and it's real and it makes sense. But that's changed a lot for my business.
Awesome. Well, hey, thank you so much for being on this call. You guys, first of all, congratulations to all of you for being on this call. You're on track. You know what? You got elite points. You're building the business. You're doing the right activity. As Jamie mentioned earlier, take advantage of the QB Mindset launch, and do not let this pass you by. If you haven't shared it, man, get it out there. It's incredible what it's doing and how people are out sharing it with so many others. And don't ever think you don't have an audience of people that are waiting for that. So go after it. Let's get it done. Congratulations. We will do this call every month. And we're going to kick it off where we invite the top 100 elite contenders, Diamond to Fours. More often we're going to do this. So keep pushing for elite. Jamie, parting thoughts, like if you're a coach that says, I want to be elite this year, what do they do today?
Today, get excited, drink some Energize, and go learn about 2B Mindset. Exactly what Carl said. Take this weekend to just get prepped. Like, take the time out of your day to figure out how you're going to make it unique. Don't just steal Emily Favre's idea. Don't just steal my idea. Make it your own, because you have to remember that the challenge packs are all the same price. They don't change per coach. Your people are signing up with you. So you are the magic sauce. Your people are not going to sign up with me because they don't relate to me. They relate to you. So how are you going to talk about this in a unique way that's really going to hit home to your girls or guys, if you have any guys on your team? But seriously, make it about you.
I was going to say, Steve's on the call, so go easy.
He has his people. I have mine.
All right. Well, he's representing. There's one guy coach on this call, and happens to be your husband. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming out. Jamie, you're amazing. You're building this incredible team. Keep up the great work. And you know what, guys? Listen, if you're building for elite and you're serious about it, message me, message Sydney. Make sure you're friends with us on Facebook. messages, let us know your goal, because we want to know who you are. We are paying attention. When we get the elite report, we do look at numbers. We are looking for specific people. And if that's your goal, let us know. And, myself, Sydney, absolutely will pay attention. If we can help you, let us know. Thank you guys for coming out today, and we will talk soon.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you guys later.